Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Tony Harvin, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Do remember, if you'd like to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell right here and select all to receive all notifications upon the videos that come out on this channel. Also, my backup channel is Tony Harvin Network, if you'd like to do the same. Hey, what's up, YouTube? I'm Tony Harvin. I'm back at it again with another video exposing these false prophets. Y'all know how we do. These so-called people who put themselves in the position as a pastor or preacher, but yet get arrested, convicted, and sentenced to long-term times in prison. Now, this so-called preacher, this so-called pastor is out of Ohio. His name is Marvin Carey. You could Google that name and see more stories upon him. He's an 81-year-old so-called preacher out of Ohio who was sentenced to 18 years in prison. 18 years for rape. So as we go to the storyline off this website, it says an 81-year-old Palmer pastor who was sexually assaulting several females over the course of 9 years. 9 whole years this guy was in the pulpit, so-called teaching and preaching the word of God, but yet he was raping these young women, sexually assaulting these young women behind the scenes as he was preaching and teaching in the pulpit. I really don't understand that. Continue on. So it says often in his church, and he prayed on their vulnerabilities. He will likely spend the rest of his life, in prison. Furthermore, it said a judge, Janet Burnside, on Tuesday sentenced Marvin Carey of Palmer Christian Church to a total of 18 years in prison on charges of rape and gross sexual imposition. Wow, that's crazy. So this guy has more charges. This guy has more situations on him in the past. We're gonna go to it right now. It says Carey sexually assaulted a 64-year-old woman inside the church in 2009 and again in 2019. It was first reported in 2019 to the police. Now it says between January and April of 2015, Carey met his second victim, an 18-year-old woman attending the church with her grandmother. I don't get that. What mindset, what mind frame, a 81-year-old man, has any type of desire for a young woman 18 years of age? We're gonna move on. So it says he drove them to the appointments, and during those car rides, he sexually assaulted the 18-year-old woman. Wow. So as we scroll down and I highlight the certain crimes and the certain situations that he got caught from, whereas though the victims reported it, as you can see, it's a crazy situation. You know what I mean? As we said time and time again, in a lot of the videos that I put out, a lot of live conversations that I have here on YouTube, these guys already have hidden agendas even before becoming a so-called preacher, a so-called pastor. You got creeps out here like that will strive to get in those type of positions, like a teacher, a pastor, anything whereas though, or any position whereas though they know certain people, a certain group of people have, a low level of, or rather a high level of being vulnerable and could easily be taken advantage of, man. I mean, be careful out there, for sure. Just because somebody call themselves a pastor, anybody can become a pastor. Anybody. You could go online, all you got to do is pay a fee, a certain amount of dollars, and get ordained online. Go to some church, tell them, you got your credentials, and quote a couple of scriptures, and guess what? A lot of these churches out there, they will make you a preacher. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, they don't do a background check on you. That's key right there. Do a background check on people, because sometimes these people could be registered sex offenders in general. But furthermore, just watch yourself. You know what I mean? It's very thin trust in people out here in general, especially in positions like that. Teachers, coaches, so-called pastors, and things of that situation. You know what I mean? Stay in prayers. You know what I mean? Stay strong for sure. I'm Tony Harvin. Like I said earlier, you can search this guy's name. It's more stories out there on these websites where give like a little bit better detail than either of the websites that you go to in general. I'll be back with more stories, in general, exposing these false prophets. Just watch yourself. If you know a false prophet out there who's been arrested, who's been sentenced, who's been convicted, or who hasn't even been caught yet, and things like that, a lot of times also, the members know, the family members know, but they just want to sweep it underneath the rug and hide it from the public. No, let me know. You understand? If you know of a story that I didn't put out, or that you may think I need information on, let me know. BOXERTONYHARVIN@gmail.com. I'm Tony Harvin. Thanks for tuning in to this YouTube channel. Do remember, if you like, subscribe to this channel if this is your first time on here, and hit the notification bell to receive notifications of videos that come on this channel. I thank you all for tuning in, and God bless. I'm out.